Hi and welcome to another Photoshop trick and tip. Now I like to do composite work, and that means sometimes putting like two people together or a group of people together. And obviously if you've got a light source coming from a certain direction, then you should have shadows between the people. But obviously they were from different images, so the shadows are not going to be there naturally. And a really simple technique for putting that shadow there is to use the drop shadow, and whatever, you just put that round the cutout. But the problem is it also goes in places where you don't want it, so it can be a little bit of a problem. But here's a little trick for getting round that. So let's get on with it. My name's Ken Fisher and this is LiveLink Training. Right, well, let's get started. Now here I've got a 3-layer document, and I've got 2 layers where I've cut out these doctors. And basically I think I've tried to line up the lighting on them so that it looks fairly realistic, that there's a light source coming from this way, and it's obviously lighting this side of his face up, and it's really pre-lighting this side of the face up on the lady doctor. But if we look between them here, there's obviously no shadow because they were cut out from different places. So what can we do about that? Well, let's first try and put an effect on. So I'm going to go down to my FX panel and I'm going to select drop shadow. And that's going to come up with a drop shadow dialog. And you'll see now that I've put these in before, but you'll see now that we have got a little bit of a shadow going off. If I just move that a little bit so I can get to that tick, and if I turn it on and off, you'll see what I mean, that we have got what is a nice organic shadow down this side, but we've also got a shadow. If I'll just turn it on and off again, we have got this drop shadow that's going around everywhere, and I don't need it on everywhere. I'll just move the angle a little bit as well. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. Right, so we've got that. We've got the opacity set around 85%. We've got a distance, and we've got the size, and we've got an organic looking shadow that I quite like. So how can we deal with this? Well, okay, I'm going to click the OK button. And if I turn that on and off, you can see exactly the same thing, that it's really putting a dark halo around places we don't want a dark halo. So what we can do is we can actually create now a layer out of this effect so it becomes a separate entity. And we can do that by going up to the layer menu and down to layer style and down to create layer. And once I've clicked on that, it'll give me a dialog box, but I'll just click OK, and it now makes that into another layer. Now this layer, because it's a separate layer, I can actually edit and I can put a mask on. So let's go down to the mask icon. I'm going to click on that. Whoops, wrong layer. Let's drag that down so it's on the right layer, and then I'm going to click on it to make sure it's active. And then what I can do is go and get my black as my paint as my foreground colour, and I can get my paintbrush, and I can get the brush tool by pressing the B key on the keyboard. And then what I'm going to do is basically mask out all of this that I don't need. So I'm going to start from here and just remove everything from this shadow area that I don't want. Okay, let's turn that layer on and off just to see if we've missed any. No, I don't think we have. And I think that is a pretty organic looking shadow. That I quite like that. Just have a look at that again. So that's before and that's after. And that's before and that's after. And I think that's pretty cool. Okay, that's the quick trick and tip for this week. And it's how to create an organic looking shadow from an effect. And then we turn that effect into a new layer, and then we can mask out parts of that effect that we don't want to use. Well, that's it for this video. I do hope you found it useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment in the More section under the video. And if you come across me on Facebook, Live Link Training, then give me a like. It's always appreciated, and you'll see lots of my videos on my Facebook profile as well. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye for now.